Hello. Returning back to an old deck today. This time Fen Crowbar and the Lyra Festival. This is kind of an interesting opening hand. Esmeralda gets us some guard advantage, the Kodama gets us kind of two parts of our combo, and the festival is important. I'm still on the fence of whether we want to be keeping this festival or not. I do have a third copy in the deck now, so it's a little bit more consistent, but I'm still not sure if it's worth keeping it or not. I've made a small number of changes since I think last time I showed off the deck. There's nothing too key or important there. I think the most notable one is the Lyra Festival. I might have had a third Kodama since last time I played, but I don't recall. I've been having a surprising amount of luck with the deck, getting pretty consistent turn... I want to say turn... I keep saying turn 6. 6 mana wins, 7 mana wins, that kind of zone. Like, before mid-range decks can consistently close out a game. And your guys in the meantime aren't too terrible. It's kind of a funny turn 1 sabotage. Honestly, I'm not too concerned, I don't really like the Sandman anyway. This might be the first time I've seen the Order Spy in Bravos. I quite like it. Bit more sabotage, bit more... like, it has the 3 mana play for 2. I think the biggest problem with it is that it competes with the in-faction 3 mana sabotage, which is, I think, very good and very similar stats. And is a rare slot, of course. As always, I really like playing Fen Crowbar. I always go, when I haven't played her for a while, I always go to think about what I put in mana, and then I realize I don't have to think. And I really like not thinking. I'm bad at it. What do we play here? Bit of an awkward situation since we don't have a good way to play a lot of things to the board at once. I think I want to play Kodama just to get it into play. My idea here is to play Hathor afterwards to compete somewhere. Probably Esmeralda if I can get away with it, just so I don't have to discard cards from my reserve, but I don't think I'll be able to get away with it. So let's play Hathor to the right to at least get an advance. I'm thinking about it wrong. I always do this when I come back to this deck after a while. I definitely should have played Hathor to the left because we don't care about winning. We don't care about this weird trading advances thing. This is getting us no value towards a game plan. Whereas Hathor to the left would have countered their 3 advance, which would have been absolutely ideal. That's what we want to get rid of here. There's a world where I just get rid of Esmeralda, just because I kind of like Cavabella training, but Acapella training. But honestly, returning Esmeralda with Hathor and getting another replay sounds pretty good here. Okay, good combo piece. Haven't been checking our mana either. Okay, Lyra Festival went into mana. Good thing we have one in hand. One of our sleep cards went into mana. A little sad to see that. I feel like if we had Twinkle Twinkle in hand, we could have done something here. Or in reserve, rather. Alright, what do we have here this turn? Not enough, but very close. Seeing this in reserve is always very good, since it gets us a body and a cheap play. Next turn we'll have Kodama and another one. I think we might be pretty close to comboing off next turn. Turn Esmeralda to hand, get a bit more card draw. Following on what I was saying last turn, let's just play to the left to try and guarantee that they only get 1 advance this turn. Well, on Gale. It's all coming up. Yeah, I think there's a very good chance we combo off next turn. Think about how. So, Kodama gets us anchored. Paper Herald gets us... Oh, that means I don't have to make that decision. Paper Herald gets us the free play. It also gets us a play with fleeting. I think we might be like one thing short. Maybe the Mangale would have been good to have in hand here. Let's just pass. I don't want to overfill my reserve. Yeah, so it'd be 4 mana for the festival, and then we would have 2 mana spare. We would probably want to play Paper Herald from reserve. Then another Paper Herald from hand. That would be all of our mana. we wouldn't have 3 bodies in play. Discard the one with Paper Herald. If we draw another 1-drop here, I think that's a combo. So let's hope for that. Yeah, free paper. Yeah, we have to figure out if it works or not. Counting is hard. They've used 2 sources of sabotage. This is the one I was talking about. Order Spike competing with. You get a 3-mana 3/3 on the replay, as opposed to a 2-mana for essentially a 3/3. Hada, that's interesting. It gives us 2 sources of Anchored. Considering I have both of these in hand, it doesn't make sense for me to play one. So it doesn't make sense for me to play this Paper Herald. So I just play this support ability to get a thing into play. Then, because we have 2 sources of Anchored, we don't need to anchor yet. I think it becomes pretty obvious what we're doing when we just anchor a random 1/1. Let us play this here. So it's kind of, oh, no, cancel. Support ability, this, to the right. This gets us a body into play. It looks like we're just trying to softly contest Buddha, which isn't too, I don't think. Oh, we're not, we needed to play that one. We needed to play it for fleeting. We don't have 3. I always kind of forget that we need to get fleeting. Is there a way I can recover this? Not really. It doesn't matter, since essentially next turn we'll have the same things. And honestly, it sounds weird, but if I anchor, say, the Order Secrete here, it means we have access to a free body next turn. Do I play another thing here? I don't think so. So yeah, next turn we'll replay the Paper Herald from reserve to get fleeting. We'll have a Order Secrete in play to anchor, and then we'll play this to put to sleep with Lyra Festival. So I don't think we do anything else here. It looks a bit suspicious, but I don't know. Could just look like I ran out of cards. Could I have comboed off that turn? I needed 3 things in play, and I could have played... No, I couldn't have, because I needed 3 bodies in play, which I... Ooh, never again. Didn't even consider it. I needed 3 bodies in play. Paper Herald was the only way I could get a 3rd body into play for 2 mana. So yeah, I don't think I could have comboed off last turn. But I think it worked out. I think I can combo this turn. I should probably know who wins here. Like, what happens first? Dusk? Or is it nighttime when you go ahead? Or I don't know the exact ordering. But I think I win. Let's find out. I'm a little concerned here that they have a sabotage effect. They're obviously playing a few of them. So let's just go ahead and play a bit obvious here, but hopefully they don't have a play around that. So we'll anchor that, play the 1/1 here so it has fleeting. Now we just need to play Martingale for a 3rd body to put to sleep with the festival. Do we have any ways to slow roll it? That's cost reduction, yeah. So we can cost reduce the Martingale, kind of slow roll what we're doing for the turn. Because we can... Oh no, Nazi's fortunate. I think it still kind of is worth doing just because it slightly obfuscates how much ability we have to play things to the board. Still want to look like we're vaguely playing the game. I always wonder how much my opponents are aware of what I'm trying to do, because I think certain perspectives it's quite obvious, but at the same time, like, I've gotten by this a couple times, and I was thinking, wow, my opponent is so bad. They're just playing bad things and terrible play. Oh, I'm lost. I've lost the game. And I kind of wonder if my opponents think similar things about me. So let's put this to sleep. We have the trifecta. 2 mana leaves them pretty short on control effects. They instantly pass, which means that we probably win the game. GG! #473rd in the world. So, very short game today, which is kind of good because I was running a bit out of time. As for the deck, I don't think I've made many changes since last time. Again, big one is I just have 3 copies of the Festival now, so I can run all 3 copies, so don't just randomly lose it. 3 copies of Kadama is very key. 3 copies of Paper Herald is very key. It's not a rare, but Martingale is also like one of the key combo pieces. The second the Lyra Festival got spoiled, I kind of immediately just put together the deck of Martingale, Paper Herald, Kadama. They all kind of put things into play cheaply or trigger Anchored, and yeah, I feel like the deck kind of came together in the way I thought. Still a bit unclear on how strong this deck is. I get more wins than I should, I feel. I actually took it to a local event recently, and I hated playing it in person. Like, it felt like all the interaction just went out of the game. I was just kind of sitting there playing solitaire. I don't mind it online because there's kind of a bit of fun of playing solitaire online. In person, it's not my jam. Still undecided on how strong the deck is. I would hate to see it become a real meta deck, or at the same time, in that, like, on that vein, perhaps it would be good. Like, perhaps people would be more ready for it and more ready to respond to it, and it would be easier to see it coming and counter it. Because I feel like the deck is pretty easy to counter. You play out a bunch of 1/1s, and if anything controls those 1/1s, you lose the game. But at the same time, you don't want it to be able to just play a 1/1 and have your opponent, like, mana reap it because they're scared of the combo. Anyway, so, short and sweet one today. Hope you enjoyed. And if anyone plays the combo, I'd love to hear what your perspective on it is. For me, I'm on the fence, and it's pretty strong. Have a good day.